Hello, 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 beautiful people. How are you today? Welcome back to another episode of ACB Podcast, Amazing Community Bazaar podcast with me, Ingrid Galloway. I am a relationship coach and chief relaxation officer of Kayangan, and I am here accompanied by another beautiful, amazing podcast guest named Suzi Foxall. Now, Suzi is the founder, owner, and operator and designer of Stitchery Stuff. She has studied and worked in design areas for over 20 years, and over that time, she taught herself to sew and now designs and makes all types of bags, pouches, and a variety of other practical and useful items. How awesome! Suzi has a loving family, her partner, and 3 children who are all very supportive of her passion and drive to create. They recently relocated to regional Queensland, where they now live and work off grid, which has been challenging yet rewarding. Now, I can hear the pain of internet connection sometimes. Her dreams of one day to be able to build their own home and having her own studio shop. Welcome, Suzi.
Hi, how you going?
Wonderful, wonderful, darling. Now, tell me a little bit more about yourself. What's your journey that gets you to where you are now?
Okay, so um basically over the years I have worked and done lots of study in design areas, multimedia. I've done animation, I've done web design, I've done um graphics and layouts and marketing and all other bits and pieces.
Wow. So,
Um
all in the creative world.
Yep. And in the past, I have worked in a couple of firms in the city, um, doing like their marketing imagery and stuff like that. And yeah, so I, I don't know, over 20 years ago now, I
Mhm.
actually had a numerology reading, and she said that I was going to make my living um, in the creative field, and I was going to be sewing. And I just laughed at her
Yeah.
because I couldn't sew a straight line. I had no desire at all to um, turn on a sewing machine
Yeah.
and anything like that. And now I sew for a living. So
What an
yay me.
amazing premonition that was.
Well, it was 20 odd years ago,
Yeah.
and yeah, so I finally did it, but I should have listened to her sooner, I guess.
Because it gives you fulfillment. Am I right?
It does. It absolutely does. It's so satisfying
Yeah.
to see something that I picture in my head, and
Mm.
then I actually make it, and it turns out as close to, what was in my head. And then to have someone say, "Oh my God, I love that. Can I have it? I'll buy
Yes.
that one." I
Yes.
absolutely love it. And then they say, "Hey, I use it every day."
Oh,
And
amazing. That's great. So
it,
tell me, what's your greatest achievement so far?
um I guess my greatest achievement is the fact that I have taught myself how to sew,
Mm.
and that I am able to create what I see in my head. And I have this huge range now of things that I do make.
Yeah.
And I have a following of people who actually like what I do.
Yes.
And I mean, I have some customers that bought from me when I first opened up, um, 3.5 years ago,
Hmm.
and they're still ordering from me this week.
Wow.
And they place orders like over. a couple of times a year
Yes.
over the whole time. And I think that would have to be the greatest thing, that I've taught myself how to do something,
Yes.
and there's people that actually like it and appreciate it, and I can see that all my effort is actually paying off.
Yes, absolutely. So having those super fans, you're building up your fan base, and having the super fans, especially, that is what every small business owners dream of. So you get there. You just need more. That's all.
We're getting there. We're getting
Yes,
there.
because that's what we aim for as small business owners. Definitely a bunch of super
Absolutely.
fans, and then a lot of super fans, like the Swifties for Taylor Swift, for example.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll put Christian Dior out of business soon. Why not?
Good goal, good goal. I love that. Now show
Why
me and
not?
tell me about your two bestsellers selling.
My two bestsellers. So since I moved up here,
Yeah.
um, my what I've been making the most of, and what I've been asked the most for,
Yep.
um, uh, I don't know if you can see this properly, but it's my boomerang pillowcases.
Ah, okay.
So can
Yeah.
you actually see that?
Yeah, I can see when you move it
Um,
around up and down, then I can see the shape. Yes. Yes. Yeah, because the boomerang,
and
the boomerang pillows, they come with just one pillowcase, but how do you replace it? You need to wash it, obviously, because otherwise, bacteria will accumulate. And then what do you replace it with?
okay, so my boomerang cases, they've got a waterproof lining in them, and so they serve as, they're pretty on the outside and protective on the inside,
Yeah.
to protect your pillows. So I mean, if you're going to wash it, well, you just need to buy two.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. You buy two,
Yes.
you take one off, put the other one on, wash the other one, let it dry, and yeah, you can
Yes.
just swap them out.
Thank you for showing me that, because now I have a new order for you, which is my triangular pillow that I cannot buy a pillowcase anywhere else. I use it, I call it my wedge to prop my lower back. But anyway, what is your second bestseller?
Second one, uh, all right, there's three sizes.
Yeah.
When I do physical markets, they're waterproof pouches. So
Okay.
you've got the big one. You can use that as like a wet bag for babies. Put your nappies in, soiled clothes, whatever.
Right.
I've actually had people buy these to put their fruit in, so they keep their bananas on the bench or something
Yeah.
in those.
Right.
You've got the smaller. This one will fit a sandwich in it,
Mm-hmm.
because the lining is food safe. So
Oh,
you
okay.
can keep the food in it, and then you've got the snack size.
Yeah.
So normally these ones I sell as a set of three,
Mm-hmm.
for the kids' school lunches, because they've got morning and afternoon tea break
Mm.
plus a lunch, and they've got, so they can do snacks, sandwiches, and it will keep your sandwiches and food fresh for like the whole school day.
Wow.
It will even keep longer if you put them in the fridge.
Yeah.
So my daughter had one. She put her sandwich in it. She didn't eat her sandwich at school, so we took it out, put it in the fridge. I
Yeah.
had that sandwich myself. I ate that sandwich the next day,
Yeah. And it's fine.
and there was absolutely nothing wrong with it. It was like I made it that morning.
Wow, that's
So
amazing.
I know
Yeah,
that these work.
wonderful. That's great. Another option compared to containers, for example. So that can be
You
used for
don't
that.
have to wash out containers. You can you just very easily. Pull your lining out, wipe it down, and just let it dry off. Reuse it the next day. Chuck it in the washing machine, cold wash only, because heat will degrade the lining.
Yeah.
Don't iron it because it will melt it.
Yes, we don't
Me
want it
how
to
I know.
melt.
Just ask me how I know.
Now, show me and tell me which one is your absolute favorite product in your range. Your number one favorite.
My favorite things to make are the tote and duffel bag sets. They actually come, I do them as sets or I do them individually, but
Right.
I love making them because they're the most satisfying when you turn them right side out and you see how the color combinations have actually worked together. And that's what I love. So I have them here. This one's not an actual set as such because I don't have any left. But this is one of the duffel bags. So they're small, but they actually hold a lot in it.
Right.
You know, overnight, take your iPad, take your teddy bear, whatever. And then you've got the mini tote bag.
Yeah. Can be like cosmetic bag, that one can carry your
Oh, look, it'll carry your phone,
makeup,
your wallet, your whatever, no drama. You've got a small one, which when you actually pop it out a bit, I should have stuffed these for this video, shouldn't I? But it's actually a similar size to the lunch boxes that you'd take to work.
right?
So and people do take their lunches in these.
Yes.
They have told me this.
Yeah.
And then you've got the large one.
Right. So that's the tote bag. Can be good
Yep.
for shopping or
Shopping. You can take it to the beach. You can take it overnight. You can take it. I mean, they've got nice wide sides on them.
Yeah.
So yeah, but if you have that in like a full set, it looks amazing.
Yes.
And yeah, it's I also discount a little bit for, like, if you buy a full set, I actually discount a little bit.
Yes. So
yeah.
it comes in a set of 3, even the duffel bags, the overnight bag.
Yeah, you got the mini, the small, and the large tote bag with the duffel, and you bundle it all as a set, and you get a little discount.
Yeah. Okay, no worries. Thank you so much for showing us that. Now, if you can advise your younger self, Suzi, on how to be an amazing person, what would you say?
Okay, I would say always think about how what you do or what you say makes the other person feel, or other people, how it makes them feel. And if somebody said the same thing to you, how would it make you feel? And to make sure that you take care of the friendships that you've got, and make sure that the friends that you have know that you're always there, you're thinking of them. And because I've made that mistake and I have lost some incredible friends because I have not taken care of those relationships and those friendships. And you know, teach your kids to do the same thing. Take care of their friends and consider how other people feel.
Yes.
And yeah, you wind up with a new generation of nice people.
Wonderful. It's incredible how, you know how I like to pick random cards every day. And today's card is communication. Wow. So it's
There you
about
go.
self-expression and sharing and connection. So with communication, what you're saying is, a younger version of yourselves. Please be respectful, be kind, be considerate in your communication, and look after your friendship
That's
through
it.
communication. Yes. Amazing. What a coincidence. That's great. And lastly, darling, please tell us the funny story.
Okay, so I did my first market in our local town um last month, and I told my daughters that they would have to come with me because dad had to work, so my daughters had to come with. And my youngest, she's nearly 6.
Mm,
She said, "Oh, so we get to come and make bags with you?" And I'm like, "Well, no, we don't actually make them at the market,
yeah.
but you can be my muffin," which is from Bluey
Mm,
TV show. Um, the little episode where they go to a friend's garage sale, and this muffin character winds up selling a mobility scooter, um, to a lady. She says, "Oh, all right, $800. $800 is too much. Fine, $1,100 then." And the price went up, and she's like, "All right, fine, 1,100, 13," and it just kept going up. So I told my daughter that she can be my muffin at the market, and she failed.
ah, she,
She failed miserably.
she couldn't jack up the price for mommy.
So she instead went across from us. There was the neighborhood watch stall,
Yeah.
and they had free things to give away: drink bottles and pens and little squishy toys and pamphlets. She went and pilfered their stall like every 5 minutes. She went back and got something new, and she hopeless, absolutely dreadful.
You need to train her, my darling. You need to train her better to become the real muffin.
Okay, have you tried to train a Tasmanian devil?
No, I haven't had that experience.
Same thing, same thing.
Right, that is the challenge, definitely the challenge. All
It
right,
is.
beautiful people. We have watched the wonderful episode with Suzi Foxall. I am sure that you've been enjoying this experience as much as I do. And if you haven't yet connected with Suzi, or on Facebook, she's known as Suzannah Louise. Now, please connect with her. Her shopping link will be at the end of the podcast. And if you are not yet a member of Amazing Community Bazaar, please join us. If you have a small business, if you have a small business yourself, we would be very, very happy to support you. Suzi is one of our vendors this round, and it only costs $20, but you get so much more to be a vendor in our community. Now, if you don't have small business, not a problem. Potentially, you can be one of our customers, and we love having more of you. So please connect with us. We are full of supportive people that are fun and don't bite. There you go, beautiful people. Thank you so much, Suzi, for recording this podcast with me. And
Thank you for
everyone,
having me.
keep well and lots of love. Bye.